Wait, hold on. Cut! That's not what I'm talking about, you muppet. This is what I'm talking about. So I've given myself a budget of 500 quid to buy coins, and more coins. I'm going to resell them, reinvest every penny, and try to work my way up to 10 grand. So let's make some
racks, big racks. Uh-oh.
So the next few days I basically spent just searching the internet, going through auction houses, going through every single lot that I can find online, trying to figure out how much they're worth, if there's any silver in there, how much I can flip it into, and then trying to buy everything as cheap as possible. And it didn't really take long until we blew our budget. After only 5 days, we spent £492.46, leaving us with £7.54 in the bank, because I didn't want to go over my budget, just to stick to the rules. So we left the £7.54 in the bank for now. So once all the coins arrived, it was sorting time, mate. Sorting. So once sorting was done, this is what £490.46 got us. We got a load of commemorative coins, first day cover coins, coin sets, banknotes, silver coins, kilos on kilos of world coins, a lot of British coins, and even some antique coins in there. Absolutely all sorts, but not everything went perfect. I did take some risks because one auction house managed to absolutely screw me over. They knew what they were doing as well, and I bought all of these fake silver coins of them, and they weren't cheap. But I knew this could happen before I started. It's all a numbers game. You win some, you lose some. But as long as we come out on top at the end, we're making that easy money, lot. So I decided to throw a few coins onto eBay and Vinted just to see if I get a few bites right away, which I did. I sold a couple of bits, but the main plan was to flip our coins quickly, even if it is for less money, just so we can reinvest again as soon as possible. And the best place for that is obviously Whatnot. So it was time to run some coin shows, and to give me the best chance of not getting completely burned here, I decided to run 5 separate shows and start everything at £1, just to attract people, and in the hope that I would get some big-ish spenders in at least 1 or 2 of the shows. So the first show went surprisingly well, where we made £478 in sales, leaving us with £402.15 after all the Whatnot fees. The second show I ran was only some old banknotes and was only 17 minutes long, where we made only £44 in sales, leaving us with £37.10 after fees. Show number 3 was our best one, even though I've run it at like 2 in the morning while I was waiting for the UFC to start, where we made £494 in sales, leaving us with £430.37 after fees. Show number 4 was a little disappointing, especially because I was selling some really good coins in that show, but we made only £275 in sales, leaving us with £228.13 after fees. And the last show was a little bit of a surprise because I was only selling all the leftovers, but we still made a whopping £357 in sales, which left us with £310.13 after fees. So let's have a look at the numbers. On eBay and Vinted combined, we only made £47.98, and then Whatnot was obviously the big hitter for us, where we made a whopping £1,648 in sales. But unfortunately, Whatnot comes with all the fees, so we spent £240.12 on Whatnot fees. And then there's another factor we can't forget, which is all the packaging. Yes, I did use quite a lot of free boxes that my local boss man hooked me up with, but I still had to use some of my own ones and had to use a lot of envelopes and little baggies and stuff like that, so they all add up. So all in all, we spent £35.44 on packaging. So in the end, we turned our initial £500 investment into a whopping £1,427.96. That's including the £7.54 we had left in the pot. So that is easy money, lot. Well, it may sound like easy money, but it isn't that easy, I promise you that, because there's a lot of work that goes into this. Not only the sourcing, the sorting, the selling, everything combined. There's a lot of hours that go into that. And on top of that, you have to do a lot of research into coins as well, so you have to keep that in mind. But still, I'm more than happy with that, because initially I was hoping to double my money basically, but we actually beat that and nearly tripled our money here. And we also still have a few listings left on eBay and Vinted, so hopefully they're selling soon, just to keep the pot growing even more. But that's it, we got absolutely no coins left apart from those that are still live. So that means it's time to reload. go hunting again and repeat the whole process all over. But this time, obviously, we got a bigger budget of £1,427.96 to spend. And guess what? We're gonna spend a lot. So we're gonna scale up in the next one. So hopefully we can at least double it next time, if not triple that. I might even mess up completely and lose the whole lot. So if you want to know what I'm turning it into, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.